everyone, we are back. Oh my gosh, I did not think this was gonna happen this quick, y'all. All right, before we get started, I want to thank each and every single one of you who have jumped on board and subscribed to this new channel of mine. Y'all, I didn't think it was gonna be this quick, this fast. I've only got a couple of videos up. However, we have reached and surpassed our 100 subscribers. Oh my gosh, y'all. We're only on day 6. We are only on day 6 of me having this channel open. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I am super addicted to budgeting. I did not think this was going to happen. Coming from a family where my parents lived paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter to pay Paul, to pay out what we could. And sometimes, yes, sometimes we had to go in the hole to get things paid. I didn't think I could do this. I really honestly didn't. I jumped on the budgeting bandwagon a couple of months ago, like I said in one of my other videos. I believe it was my first video, where I had come across The Mom Life, was just kind of scrolling through YouTube and found Chrissy's channel. And y'all, I have really, really dived into this budgeting world. I am by nature a spender. My husband by nature is a saver, so it's kind of like clashing heads sometimes. But since I've done this and since I've printed out these budgeting sheets and started to actually fill things out, it has opened my eyes to so much things. My spending, the way I was doing things, the way I was not tracking anything. And I can honestly say now, I'm going to be addicted to savings, which is always a positive thing, instead of spending as much. So we are going to get into, at the end of this video, how you can enter the $25 Etsy card giveaway. And I did tell y'all, like I said before, every 100 subscribers I get, I will do another $25 Etsy giveaway. At the end, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, y'all, 1,000, I'm going to do something massive for three subscribers. So let's go ahead and get into this. The reason I pulled these sheets out is so I didn't have to go back and forth in my binder. My kids are still sleeping. One of my kiddos is already at school, but my other 2 kids don't even get up till 10 o'clock, and then we start rolling in on our homeschooling, and it goes until the afternoon. They get multiple breaks, but we work between 4 and 6 hours a day in homeschooling on top of everything else. So I wanted to pull these sheets because I don't think I actually went through. In fact, I know I didn't go through my goals for this year. Now, my goals for this year don't look like a lot, y'all. It really doesn't. So let me go over my goals for the year. I definitely want to become debt-free again. The last thing I want to do is be paying somebody interest, fees, and all of that when I could be saving that money for goals that I have in my sinking funds. And we'll get to that here in just a minute. So I definitely want to become debt-free and save that money and put it where else I need to have it and want to have it. With that being said, then I just roll down into my sinking funds. Yes, I want to start sinking funds. That's my goal number 2. In fact, I'm going to start in February. I'm actually going to start next month while I'm paying off my debt. But the goals that I have for my sinking funds is going to start very, very small, y'all. Very small. We'll get into that in just a moment. After that, I want to move. Yes, you guys have heard me talk about moving. There are 2 states that are on the docket right now. It will either be Oklahoma, which will put me closer to my daughter and my grandson, or Arizona is the second state that I am looking at. I haven't made quite the decision yet. We're going to look and see what our options are. It's going to come down to the cost, honestly, y'all, where I can find the best value for myself and my kids, because I'm trying to look between a 3 minimum. I would like to have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, but honestly, with all what's going on with this pandemic and everything, and the rising costs and housing, we're going to have to see what the options really bring to us. So with that being said, I will get further into that as we get closer into when we are going to move. And then last but not least, I want to save $10,000 this year. Yes, I do. These are very small goals, and I understand that. Needless to say, they are my goals for right now, and there's always room to put extra goals on here as well. I wanted to start out with something I thought was achievable so that I can expand on it. So these are our goals so far for this year. And again, like I said, we can expand on that. Now I want to get into my sinking funds. And this really came because I had a subscriber asked me how I was going to choose which sinking funds I was going to do, when I was going to fill them, how I was going to prioritize them, and the full bit. So here's what we're going to do, y'all. This is going to be my sinking funds. Now, this is a starting sinking funds. Y'all know I'm paying off this debt. So until this debt gets paid off, like I said before in a past video, fingers crossed, we have it done by March. We are going to throw another $200, possibly $250 tomorrow at this debt that we have in our payday loans. So we are working on loan number 2. We got loan number 3 right around the corner coming up in February. We'll go more into that with our debt update tomorrow and our expense tracker tomorrow as well. So this is my sinking fund sheet. In fact, you'll see the emergency fund there. You will also see the 50 envelope challenge and moving. Okay, those are the 3 that I really want to start with. So when it comes to traveling in June, you've heard me say that I'm going to be traveling overseas, and I definitely am going to be over there for 2 weeks. It is not in here because I need to literally stack that packet and get it ready to go before June, because I'm buying my ticket within the next month or 2. So I won't really have time to put little amounts towards that. That is something I'm just going to have to take off and do really, really quickly. But these are 3 small sinking funds that I can start without killing myself budget-wise and still pay towards debt. With that being said, I have pulled a couple of trackers. The one I haven't pulled yet is the moving one, and I have it. I just gotta wait for my son to get up so I can pull that out. The first one is the emergency fund. Now this has more than just the emergency fund on here. These are from Jordan Budgets over at her Etsy shop, Jordan Budgets. Also, her YouTube name. And so we're going to start with the emergency fund, and we're just going to throw $25 at it as often as we can without overdoing it, because like I said, until this debt's paid off, I can't really hit the ground hard running on these savings until after that. So I do want to start the emergency fund, and I know that $25 isn't a lot. In fact, because I have deleted some of my subscriptions, like Weight Watchers, which was costing me $34 a month. Instead of paying for that, why don't I just pay for an emergency fund? So we've got that one. The second one that we have is the 50 envelope challenge. Again, this is something I can do really quickly, and it's something that is really low and is able to be achieved while I'm going ahead and paying off my debt. Now, back on the emergency fund, it was a $25 every time that I can throw that at it. This envelope, 50 envelope challenge is a lot easier than doing the 100 envelope. And what I'm going to do with this is, because I have not started it yet, in the month of January, I am going to do envelopes number 1, 2, 3, and 4, which adds up to $10. $10 I can go ahead and throw aside for that. Why? Because I just deleted 2 more subscriptions, Discovery Plus, and I also took away Paramount Plus. So that was an extra $10, y'all, and now I'm going to throw it at this. The one tracker I don't have in here at the moment, I do have it. I just got to wait for my son to get up so he can help me find which one it is. We can photocopy a sheet of it so I can have the copy here and keep the master sheet into my master list of all my sheets, my budgeting sheets, is going to be moving. And I believe Jordan has that down as $50 per moving truck. So until I can color that in, then I can do $50 because moving is going to be expensive. We are moving out of state. So that is another one that I will be doing. Now here is our menu plan. Y'all, we have already done most of this week. You know, we're coming up already to a weekend yet again. But I wanted to run through this with you really quick. And I am going to link my video from my prepper pantry yesterday because I want to show you why we have nothing over here in the shopping list. I was going to spend $50. You all know I had that prop money in my binder for groceries for this coming week. Y'all, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to take that $50 that I'm getting tomorrow, along with the $200 that I'm getting tomorrow, and I'm going to put it all towards my debt, towards my loan. it was my loan number 2, but now I'm moving it in loan number 1 position because loan number 1 got paid off for $600. This loan number 2 was sitting at $900 just the other day. I'm going to go back and check. Y'all know it has interest to it. And it's daily interest, okay, of $9.67 a day, which is kicking my rear end. Now that I've paid it down, hopefully it won't charge me as much of an interest when I go to look at it tomorrow. But I'm going to throw not only the $200 that I'm getting, but the $250 that I'm getting tomorrow towards that loan. So with that being said, no, there is no groceries for this week. But I'm going to go ahead and link down in the description box my video that I did for my prepper pantry from Without Limits Missouri Prepper, which is my first channel. And I'm going to show you how my menu is going to look and how I am not going to spend any money and why I'm not spending any money. Y'all, I have a huge prepper pantry downstairs. I got 4 deep freezers that are completely full. I got 2 refrigerators, which also includes 2 freezers. So we've got plenty of food. And we've got plenty of milk and fresh fruit and vegetables still on hand. So we are not spending anything the rest of this month until February 3rd. No more groceries, y'all. And if we run out of fresh, then we're going to frozen. And if we run out of frozen, we're just going to go to canned. So that's what we are going to do for our fresh fruit and vegetables. If we run out of fresh, we're going to frozen. If we run out of frozen, and we can also use canned at the same time, then we'll go to canned food. Fruits and vegetables. So our menu for Monday was pasta. We kept it real easy. I didn't put the breadsticks on here, but we did have pasta on Monday. Now, most of this is just my kids' menu, y'all. I eat a different menu plan than my kids do. I am mainly vegan. I have tried to go back into the traditional world of eating meat, and I got super duper sick. It just wasn't agreeing with me. So I don't eat like my children do. However, my kids eat meat. I have no problems with that whatsoever. They're just meat eaters, and that's fine. So we had pasta on Monday. My kids had pasta with meat in it. Mine did not have any meat in it at all. Tuesday was cheeseburgers and french fries for my kids. I did not have a cheeseburger. I had black bean burgers, so I kind of make the options different for me. On Wednesday, we did a really quick thing last night. Jessica and Philip, well, you'll see the P and the J. That means Philip and Jessica. They had turkey pot pies, which is believe it or not, it's one of their favorites. And Danya had shrimp. She does not like pot pies whatsoever. Me, I had a huge salad and a baked potato last night. Again, you won't see most of my menu on here because this is my kids' menus. I can do a separate menu if you would like me to. Again, I stay mostly about 99.9% of the time, I stay in the vegan world. I only dip out and go into the vegetarian world a couple of times a week. One for coffee creamer, sometimes for coffee creamer. Mostly I do almond milk coffee creamer, but there are some flavors that I really, really do like that you can't find in the almond flavored coffee creamers. And on Fridays, I do eat pizza with my kids. Now, I eat a vegetable pizza, but I do have the cheese on it. And I can't eat cheese that often, y'all. I am severely lactose intolerant. So I don't tolerate cheese very well anyways, but I do eat pizza on Friday. I eat cheese pizza and then I add my own veggie toppings to it. The kids will have pizza tomorrow themselves. But tonight we are doing SSS, soup, salad, and sandwiches. Now, I do grilled sandwiches. My kids love grilled cheese. Jessie likes grilled ham and cheese. Danya won't eat the sandwich unless it's a tuna sandwich, which I can make her tuna fish sandwiches on toast. Salad, 2 out of 3 of my kids love salad. Philip absolutely hates it, which is fine. He eats a different type of vegetable sometimes. And then we've got all kinds of soup and chili and things like that downstairs in our prepper pantry. So that is what we're going to have tonight. Again, we're going to do pizza for tomorrow. And then after that, we are going to do, what was the next one? Oh, on Saturday, we're going to do egg rolls. And they're vegetarian vegetable egg rolls. And we're going to do some steamed rice and some Asian stir-fry vegetables with that. Super easy, super simple for the weekend because then I start meal prepping for the next week. And then on Sunday, we will do breakfast for dinner. My kids love pancakes. I make them homemade. I throw my own little chocolate chips in them. So they do pancakes. They'll do some turkey bacon and some eggs. Again, we will not be spending any money whatsoever when it comes to groceries this week. Now, with that being said, I want to go back to sinking funds really fast because, like I said, I did get a question on how I'm going to prioritize my sinking funds. It's really going to come down to basic needs. And once I have all this money freed up from my loans, then I won't have an issue going through and doing a lot more sinking funds. I know that spring and summer hopefully will be around the corner here shortly. As of right now, no hopes for that because the weather is so crazy right now that it is in the single digits and it feels like in the negative single digits right now, which is super crazy. But I'll be able to pull from these. Spring and summer is something is really big for us. Say hello to the Care Bear. Yes, I collect Care Bears, y'all. It's one of my vintage 1983 Care Bears. But back to our sinking funds. Spring and summer clothes is going to be a big deal around here. Now, I am in the process of taking down my kids' clothing from the massive amount that they have to about a week's worth of clothes at a time, maybe 10 days max, and that's what I'm going to do. For summer, they're going to have shorts and tank tops, t-shirts, things like that, but I'm only going to do about 5 pairs of shorts and 5 to 7 shirts, and here's why. It'll take down on my laundry situation, so I won't have to be washing so much, because let me tell you, my laundry situation right now is a hot mess downstairs. I have 12 baskets that are full of clean clothes. I've got clothes everywhere down there that need to be washed, and we're going to go ahead this week and we're going to finish up sorting through clothing and getting ready to pull the spring and summer envelopes out for my kiddos. I did put the extra envelopes into Danya's and Jessica's. I think it's Danya and Jessica that I had to put it into. Philip does have one for clothing, I believe, right now as it stands. So I went ahead and put their envelopes in there. And so those are 2 things that I'm going to pull, is their spring and summer clothing, spring and summer clothing. So I guess it would be 1 envelope because it's kids' clothing. And I will probably be putting about $150 to $200 per kid's envelope because, y'all, you don't want to buy too many clothing for kids as they're growing. And I'm learning this now. I should have learned it before. They only wear it for a season and they outgrow it. The one who may not outgrow it is Donnie. She is already 5'7" at 12 years old, and I don't think she's going to grow very much taller, and I hope she's not because she wears a size 12 women's shoe already, y'all. She is my basketball player, there's no doubt. So sinking funds, when it comes down to prioritizing them, I have to look at what I'm doing, what's coming up, and if I can't put as much in it, for example, right now we're not moving till October, but I'm going to start low and slow and do the $50 at least every month until I build up to the goal that I have. So as I pay off these loans, I'll be able to add more and more sinking funds. I know that spring and summer is going to be right around the corner. Like I said, fingers crossed. So if that's the case, then I know I need to start filling those envelopes faster than I do something like moving, which may not happen until later this year in October. I haven't added the spring and summer clothing. That's probably going to come in April, and that's something I'm going to probably put a lot of money into at one quick time because I have not done sinking funds in the past, and I'm just now trying to get out of debt so that I can add more. And by then, I'll be completely out of debt, and I'll be able to add $100 in a month for each one of the kids, meaning $300 for spring and summer clothing for my kids all at once. And then I'm going to start taking on like my Amazon Prime where I'll pay a whole year right off the bat, and then I'll start adding to that every single month. I'll put a couple of dollars in for next year. So I'm actually working slowly with some of these sinking funds. And other times I will be adding really quickly so that I can already have it done right now and then start adding little by little for next year. I hope that clears that up. We'll get more into that as I start my sinking funds. I'm super excited to start that. So that's what it's going to look like so far, y'all. So in order to get into our $25 e-card giveaway for our Etsy giveaway for the 100 subscribers, y'all, all you have to do is be a subscriber, number 1. Number 2, comment down below. And number 3, just hit the like button. That's all you got to do. Just go ahead and be a subscriber. Comment down below and hit the like button. Ain't that right, Care Bear? Yes, it is. All right, y'all. We will catch you in the video tomorrow. I'm going to give you a debt update since I will be making an additional payment on my loan number 1 now. It was loan number 2. But recap, loan number 1 for $600 has already been paid and gone. Loan number 2 is what we're paying down now. And loan number 3, y'all, wait till you see. It's going to hit me in about a week. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. We'll catch you in the next video. Again, thank you so much for all my subscribers. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the comments. I do appreciate it. I do read each and every one of those comments. I do go ahead and reply back. I think it's very important. If you're taking the time to leave me a comment, I need to take the time not only to read it and like it, but also respond. We'll catch you in the next video. Until then, always remember to stay safe. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video. Without Limits Budgets is out.